let's go ahead and start putting together the actual sound. So we need to get these raw files into our Java here. Very good. So right below our SoundPool, I'm going to go ahead and set things up. So sound1 here, I'm going to say is equal to, I'm going to use our SoundPool object, say dot load. Look at that. The object soundpool.load has these methods to load from different places. You can see because we have overloaded method, no pun intended there. And we also have the play, which you see we have to pass the int sound ID, which means the ID for the sounds that we are going to be polling in, and then passing a few other things there. But in this case, we're just going to go ahead and load. To load, we have to find where the item is. In this case here, I'm going to go ahead and say the path is going to be r.raw. I'm going to say, I'm just use the first sound like that. But the next thing we need to pass here is the priority. So what is the priority we're going to add for this particular sound? I'm just going to pass 1 as a priority. Okay. Now we still have a problem here because I forgot that in fact we also need to pass this as the context. That's the first thing we need to pass. All right. Very good. So now we have loaded, in this case here, our complete sound into our sound1, which indeed is this one here. So all resources again come out as an integer. That's why we created an int type. Very good. So we have sound1. I'm going to do the same for others. Let's see, have complete, correct, defeat 1, defeat 2. Very good. So we have all of our sounds. Let's go ahead and close this down. All right, so now that we have our sounds all loaded using our SoundPool.load there, we need to go ahead and set up the actual play. Well, to play, it's very simple. So we know the button 1, I'm going to go ahead and say, in this case here, SoundPool again, because remember SoundPool at this point has everything set up for it to start play. Just remember, it's same kind of concept that we had with media player, right? Media player is the actual device, right? The player or the radio, if you will. So now we're going to go and hit the play button. So to hit the play button, we say soundpool dot say play. For play, we need to pass the int sound ID. What is our int sound ID? We just pass our sound1, and then we have to pass a few things here. The beauty here is that you can see the float left volume, float right volume, priority, loop, float, rate, and so forth. So what we need to do here is very simple. The left volume, meaning that if I have headphones, I want to make sure that the left ear is getting the left volume and the right as well, right? So that's why those are different. So in this case here, I can just go put 1 for left volume. For the right one, I'm going to also put 1. For priority, I'm just going to go ahead and put 0. So for the loop, I don't want it to loop, right? I just want it to play once and stop. So I'm going to just say 0. And last, the rate, in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and put 1. Okay, that's it. I'm going to copy this for other case. So let's say case r.id.button2. The same thing. I'm going to put sound2, and the rest is going to be the same. Look at that. Very easy. I'm going to break case r.id, if I can type, button3, sound pool. This is going to be sound number 3. I'm going to break, continue, button 4 like that, and that's the last one. And don't forget to break. Very good. And that's it. Now, because also we are still dealing with sounds here, we're still dealing with MP3 file, and it may take up a lot of memory, even though with SoundPool, the memory allocation is very conservative. We still need to always make sure that we invoke the onDestroy. So I say onDestroy here. So I'm going to kill everything, all right? Destroy everything. So I'm going to say if SoundPool is not equal to null already, I'm going to go ahead and say soundpool.release. All right, we're releasing the memory, and just to be safe, I'm going to make it a null object so that it's for sure out of memory. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and give it a quick run here and see if this works. Okay, moment of truth. Very nice. Okay. Very good. It's working. And while I'm here, I can go ahead and make this volume more for our phone here, like that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Very good. And that's it. So we're able to use indeed our SoundPool. Now, here's what I want you to do. Okay, very impromptu challenge here. So what I want you to do now is, now that you know how to load MP3 files or sound files with SoundPool, I want you to use this knowledge here and go back to our trivia application that we did before. So if you've been following us from the beginning, you remember our trivia application, our trivia app. So what I want you to do is go back to our trivia app and get the same sounds that we have here and load into that project and make sure that you use SoundPool and load them just like we did here. And then see if you can add a little bit of oomph to that application, right? So you can put, for instance, a background music sound plays when the user is playing the game, or you can go ahead and put some sound effects just like we did here with SoundPool, and go ahead and add a little bit more to that application. You can very well do now because you have all those tools. Once you're done with that, I would like you to actually post on social media, post in the forums to let us know that you have done that, and we will congratulate you and make you the king of SoundPool. Sounds good? All right, go ahead and do that, and I'll see you next time.